have on the offensive end, but not only that, but pair it with that phenomenal defense we've been seeing.
Yep, it's just finding the connections, getting that 1 + 1 = 2, and just keeping it simple. And overall, you know, like I said, what we've talked about it, when it goes well, it has gone very well for us here tonight. It's just stringing the moments together and make them a little bit more cohesive. And one thing that has gone very well is some of that offensive pressure. I mean, we've been peppering the back of the net over and over, very often getting double-digit shots on net. It's just dialing it in and putting it on target to try to start racking up a little bit more of a lead.
Like what I saw Saya cherry picking over on the top right-hand side early on, stealing some of that boost as well. And if Eris would have had control over that ball there, he could have kind of passed that one over to the right-hand side of the field and caught the defense off guard and off rotation there. But it just didn't work out that way. So maybe some other universe kind of favors in that situation. But the battle of the midfield line has once commenced. You see Saya with a great infield pass, though, towards Eris. Creams picks this one up towards midfield as well, off the sidewalk. Can he get the second touch? No, he cannot. Eris is going to deny that one temporarily.
This will be, as the match goes, will be interesting to see if the experience of Little Sepros end up working out in their favor. You know, you already have the nerves of getting to day 3 in the first place, but then the next 2 are either your qualification game or your elimination game. And we'll, again, see maybe if that experience comes into play or not. As Scuzz will look to try to bounce back again. We've done very well when facing adversity previously, and might just come down to who scores first again. That has also been a trend throughout the evening, Whoops.
Yeah, usually the team that scores first is typically won, minus that Furia matchup. I believe that, you know, Scuzz Esports scored a couple of times and then Furia just fought their way back. But it's Furia. You know, what else can you expect from a, you know, arguably top, you know, 16 team here in NA? I wouldn't even go push the envelope as far as top 5 team here in NA. So, I mean, to see them here in the close qualifiers is just absolutely insane to begin with. But back into this matchup, 3 minutes remaining. Spider at midfield, good 50-50 right here from Scuzz Esports. And they have to keep that pressure on. Once again, Cream just escapes. Nice infield pass. Eris to Saya. Can't quite find the back of the net, though. This one's gathered up. Eris with an air dribble bump play. Add that one to the highlight reel.
And Aris in mythology throws in an apple and watches them all fight. How about just throw a ball at the net and get a little ruckus going yourself? The air dribble bump onto Creams gets the lead off onto Kep as well, knocking everybody out of the way. Scuzz Esports up 1-0. 2 minutes and change into the game, but whoops, it's clicking up on offense. We're just going to have to make sure that defense is just as strong.
Yeah, like we talked about before, the defense from Scuzz has pretty much been the, you know, bread and butter of this team. We haven't really had to worry about too many defensive mishaps, no own goals, you know, no crazy things have been happening. It's pretty much just been the offense or lack thereof of offense from Scuzz Esports. So them scoring that one in transition, and not only that, but fancy score as well. Eris almost came down off the backboard with that one as well. Couldn't quite get the touch that he needed. Here comes Saya now, pushes that one a little bit too far, trying to find Eris, who was creeping up towards that the goal line there.
Well, just trying to work their way through it. This guys are having some of the opportunities, maybe not the most well-formed of them, but peeking through the curtain, seeing some looks back at the net. Little Stepbros will be back up on offense. They're still looking for their first of the series. A solid challenge there by Saya as well. Really, we've talked about it a couple of times. I don't want to belabor the same point, but when the aggression from Scuzz is there, it just shows that level of confidence, and you don't see that trepidation, the hesitation that is causes a little bit of a second guessing, a little bit of slower play. And Scuzz right now, they're playing very quickly. They're jumping quick. They're cutting immediately. Eris their case in point. Only a 1-goal lead, but really hunting for that second.
Yeah, they need the second goal as well. Like I said beforehand, I like our chances a lot more as Alpha Cap is going to score this one. And that's the equalizer for this Little Stepbros team. And this is exactly why I like the second goal, the 1-2 punch. But the reason why I like the second goal is just to take that pressure off of the offense, because, you know, 2 goals are a lot more comfortable than that 1-goal lead. And we find ourselves at a tie ball game with 1 minute and 26 seconds left.
Yeah, just a toss-up working its way back into the orange net, but off the kickoff, Saya looking to try to immediately get it back. Kep is going to get the initial clear, and Eris is going to follow up, and that is the kickoff we want to see in a part of the game that has not necessarily been ours. We're looking to clamp down here, immediately retake that lead.
Yeah, I think Alpha Cap thought that one was going through and pretty much tried to pre-jump that one back on the line of attack, but couldn't quite find it. It was actually a passing play, so well calculated right there from Saya. Not only that, but we were talking about last series, how the kickoffs have been going in our favor the whole entire night, and we've been playing so well off of them. That right there is exactly why you have to have a strong kickoff strategy here in the NA.
NA kickoffs. That's all we got to say, right? But
that's all you have to say.
That's all you got to say. 60 seconds, game 1, round 4. Still holding out of the lead, looking to get out on to the offensive half again, and maybe get a few more shot opportunities as time ticks away. A solid chase down as well. Eris with the pre-jump. Eris with the follow. The Eris connection. Square it up, multiply, add. I don't care what you call it. I call it sublimation. I call it beauty to get another on the board.
This left side angle, Eris to Eris, once again works out in our favor. Just a huge passing play and a read as well. Scuzz Esports, this is the potential of this team right here. We're seeing it unfold in front of our eyes. 40 seconds, under 40 seconds to go here. Little Step Bros trying to cut this lead in half, find the deficit, or cut this deficit in half. My apologies. 30 seconds now. Spider, left-hand side, playing a little bit of mind games. Aris not falling for any of them. Tries to catch the defense off guard. Cream should pop that one off the back wall. Here comes the follow-up touch, just missed from Saya. But still, precious seconds being taken away off the clock.
And the clock is our friend and our best friend in this moment. As we're going to go over another infield pass. Eris with the backflip touch will not put it on target, but still keeps it away. It goes past this midfield line. 5 seconds left. Spider will get the pinch up onto the ceiling, but it goes a little east-west, needs north-south, and will not result in getting back into the game. It hits the dirt. Scuzz Esports with some disgusting plays take the 3-1 in a game number 1.
We'll start a new hashtag here, Alligator. Let's get disgusting, okay? It's too long, but hey, it'll
It's a very long hashtag.
Hey, leave me alone. I'm trying to get disgusting working out here, but let's get some disgustings in the chat. As Scuzz Esports takes this game number 1 in a 3-2 fashion, or 3-1 fashion. My apologies. But a ton of shots being generated from Scuzz Esports, and finally they're finding the back of the mark here. This is exactly the way they wanted to start out this series, taking the lead early. Not only that, but show that resilience that they have as well to erase the tie ball game away from their memory and just start to pull away with the offensive segments.
Like I said, small steps, 1 foot at a time. Both teams are facing elimination and need to win 2 in a row, and you're not going to get there by immediately looking to the horizon. You need to focus on the match in front of you, and Scuzz doing just that, even coming down to the individual challenges and doing a fantastic job of finding each other on the ground. We've seen a lot of fantastic aerial passing plays, but as the night's gone, they've kept it low to earth, they've kept it grounded. We saw a couple beautiful showcases of that in game number 1, but alas, we're going to go into game number 2. Aquadome we go for the 4th time tonight. Another trip down 20,000 leagues under the sea.
Yeah, like you said beforehand, this map has favored us pretty well, you know, but we have to find a way to... Oh, what a save right there from Eris. I thought that one was going to find its way through, as I was almost going to caster curse the offense here, or I mean, the defense. But I was going to say, the last series that we had here did not favor us very well, but at the same time, we did sneak by.
It did, and we'll see if, again, just trying to continue through and maybe change our own destiny here a little bit. Creams is going to go for the drop down. Spider cannot scoop it back up. We'll try to collect it over in the corner. Kep as well, but a little bit too far out. A great demo by Aris, even though Kep will get the respawn back the other side. Still takes him out of the play. There's a slowed down offense here from Lil Step Bros. Just look to try to wrestle the controller back from their new big brothers. They haven't been able to do it, and they head back to defense of their own. They work to try to work their way past back into the orange zone.
I see what you did there, okay? Don't think I didn't see what you did there, but I see what you did there, all right? Alpha Cap now with a gather, trying to push this one through, going for the bump play on the goal line as well. Here comes Cream now, going for the double touch as well. Couldn't quite come up with it. Eris temporarily saves that one away. Eris brings that one up towards the blue half of the field. Saya has some time, has some boost to work with. Alpha Cap with a good 50-50 challenge. This one works in favor of Eris, though. Wraparound pass should find its way. Saya couldn't quite get the touch that he needs to, and Creams should gather this one up on the left-hand side. And yeah, I mean, there was a little bit of an offensive segment there. It was good defense, though, from Little Step Bros, who essentially right there just kept the ball away from the center of the field and kept it away from the net as much as possible. So, I mean, Scuzz Esports didn't really have a chance to do anything there.
Right, they just had to try to work their way upfield as well. A solid stance from Little Step Bros. The last does not end up at a goal. Aris might be able to do it. Some chicanery, a kerfuffle on the net. And the bouncing of the ball, unable to predict, but unfortunately will bounce wide. Very nearly being the first goal of the game. We still remain tied. 20 seconds before halftime, whoops, and still battling for possession here in the midfield.
Yeah, and those have been the missed opportunities we've been talking about that have been there the whole entire time for us. We have a good chance to bring it upfield. We have a chance to score as well, but it just does not find the mark. And it happens. This is Rocket League. You know, things play at such a fast speed. But, I mean, more often than not, it's been happening to us, and it's just been such a heartbreak because we've had some close games. A majority of these games have been decided by one goal, and it's just been unfortunate to see us on the losing side of it.
We have only one of our losses tonight were by more than one goal. Only once.
Yeah.
I mean, it has been so close over and over and over. And I mean, that's the level of competition that we're at. And these challenges, they continue to be close as well. The Saya Eris connection. Look to try to make it a 1-2-3, but the outlet pass.
Ooh.
Saya is going to sprint back. Will it be enough? And it will. Put it off over to the corner. Some trick plays coming out from little step rows to try to get that ball recentered. We won't be able to do so. Again, 0-0 scoreless in the final 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's just a heck of a matchup right now on the defensive end, and I feel like Little Step Bros have had a couple of chances to take this lead away from Scuzz, but like we talked about before, the defense, as Aris just drills my point home, the defense has just been standing so tall for Scuzz. Little to no opportunities so far on the offensive end. Here comes Alpha Cap now, 35 boost, pushing this one off the back wall. Good backboard defense as well. I think that one was Saya. Caught a slight glimpse of him though. Saya trying to clear this one upfield. We did see Eris, a little bit of a cherry picking going on in the offensive end. Couldn't quite get the touch he needed to push this one through, but we're quickly approaching the final minute of this ball game. And this one, oh my goodness, saved away at the last second by Eris.
A huge defensive stand for Scuzz, and they're going to look to flip it around, look to turn victory into heartbreak for Little Step Bros. It will be denied on the back wall as well, as the touches are getting more prolific, but not as deliberate. Both teams racing to be the next one to it. Saya might have an opportunity here, but challenged out. Eris pre-jumping. It will drop low. Eris low. Eris will be denied. We will stay at 0-0, but getting closer and closer. Whoops. And the demo on the goal line, 0 boost. Saya looking for the pass, but a touch far. And will still keep this pressure going, but still have not found the net.
30 seconds to go. Nice shot from Alpha Cap. I'm not sure if I agree with that touch, though, from Saya. I think he forced that one too hard. If he just lets that one roll, we might have found ourselves a goal there from Eris, but different universe like we talked about beforehand. 20 seconds to go. Here goes Saya off the left-hand side. Spider gathers this one up. Has enough boost to work with. Going for the flip reset pass. You see the bumps coming out from Creams. Eris saves that one away. Covers it up very well on the goal line. 5 seconds to go now. Here comes Creams at midfield. Trying to get something going here for this Little Step Bros team. Scuzz Esports pushes up as well. Aris has a chance. Can we get a 0-second goal? The bump's going through! Spider gets bumped away, and Aris has the go-ahead goal. Scuzz takes game number 2.
Scuzz disgusting yet again. Turn your targets on the opponent. You don't need to get past the defender with the 0 seconds if there's no one in sight. And that Spider got swatted. Scuzz Esports now up 2-0 in the series against Little Step Bros, finding ways to win. And my goodness, whoops. These games continue to be so close, literally coming down to the last second one more time.
I can't right now. I can't believe what is going on this pitch. It's absolutely insane. We just need to breathe. We need to breathe. Not only are we on match point right now, but we just witnessed a 0-second goal once again for us in our favor. Absolutely ridiculous performance right here from Scuzz in game number 2 on Aquadome, and I just can't. Just take the mic away from me, please.
Take the mic away. Well, there is 2 of us, but I can't carry it solo. No, it's one of my favorite things about doing stuff like this is just seeing the cam in the background and people getting animated, both of us going, wow. Alas, we need to get back into the game. Game number 3, 2-0 up. Our Scuzz Esports looking to put Little Step Bros to bed and tell them that their night is over. But they're going to have to get one more win here on the series to do it. Now for the kickoff, we're going to see some similarities to what we've seen before, but Spider jumping on it. It's Little Step Bros. They're going to be looking to assert their own maturity here in Game 3.
Good challenge right there from Eris as well. Spider had that net, I think, dead to rights, and Eris just challenged that one early and had enough air dribble, or car mechanics, I should say, to air dribble his way towards that net and kind of take away one of those shooting lanes as well from Little Step Bros. But close call right there from Scuzz Esports, but still 0-0 ball game, closing in on this 1 minute mark off of the clock. And both of these teams just so evenly matched, but so far Scuzz have been taking advantage of the offensive opportunities.
that's what matters. You know, it's you say, you know, 0-0 here a minute into it, but based on how last game went, you know, not too terribly surprising.
Yeah.
So, you know, it gives us a moment to catch our breath a little bit.
I'm still trying to catch my breath.
I neglected to fill my water bottle between the last series and this one. That's on me. So, yeah. But anywho, continues to be a battle of possession. The ping pong mode, some boomer ball breaking out. We will continue to be sent end to end as this pitch back wall continues to be buffeted by these hits. 90 seconds in, again, have not seen too terribly much control from either squad, but certainly quick challenges, Whoops, as they're looking to try to string together a couple of them and get that momentum in their favor.
Still scoreless. Both of these teams, man. There really hasn't been too many opportunities. I mean, the defenses are doing such a great job. You see right there that touch away of keeping everything centered. Okay, that shot might be registered in favor of Scuzz on the scoreboard, but still, it wasn't a threatening shot. You know, the defense was poised and they were in control in that whole entire situation. And there just really hasn't been too many opportunities. So, I mean, some phenomenal off-ball defense being played right now. Some of the mind games coming through, too. So, I mean, really, still anybody's ball game, you know, but fortunately for us, we're on match point here, so we need to cross the finish line with some of these goals on the offensive end, but these chances just haven't been there.
They just haven't. It almost feels like both squads, to your point, are trying to be 2 moves ahead of the opposition, and it might, in fact, work out to just be a little bit more simplistic, you know, a little bit potentially more brain dead and just go straight for it. But at halftime here of game number 3, still zeros across the board. Eris will look to try to change it, and Aris will also get involved as all of the Arises combining up on offense. Saya collecting the save to escort over to the corner with 130 seconds left in game number 3. And obviously, Whoops, if we're able to pick this one up, it would be a sweep and win for us, and we would wait to find out who our opponent for round 5 is, but still need to get that first goal. And the air dribble bump, Aris, you did it in game number 2, and you said, you know what? That wasn't fresh enough. I got to remind these guys who I am, who Scuzz Esports are, and they're going to take the defender out en route to the lead.
He does it again, is exactly right. Oh my goodness, what an air dribble to a demolition this time. Instead of the bump play, the demolition comes in full effect, and what a beauty of a shot. Like we said, add that one to the highlight reel. That one is definitely going in the bank. Eris with another follow-up touch. You see Eris had the follow-up touch, my apologies, but Eris had that flip reset trying to push that one, but only up by 1 goal. Minute and 40 seconds left, so it's looking very favorable for us, but at the same time, we saw little step rows in game number 1 regain and find the equalizer, but at the same time, is this 1 goal going to be enough right here for Scuzz?
It might be, but obviously we don't want to bank on that. We're going to keep looking for that second goal and get that breathing room. So many of these games so close throughout the evening that I swear this is going to be a cardio workout just for my heart rate increasing. But 70 seconds left. We'll see if that's going to continue here in round number 4. Those little step rows, they're trying to fight their way back, and we are going to have another pause from the referee, making sure everything is copacetic under the hood and make sure there aren't any issues going on here in the match.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened, why the pause was for. Usually we see something kind of happening or whatever on the field, but I'm not too sure. Production said what? Harris mic not working? Oh, okay. I thought you said, my apologies. Okay. Oh, okay. So Eris's mic wasn't working, so the communication for Scuzz Esports just essentially wasn't there. So, I mean, that's a huge thing. We talked about the communication before and the breakdowns of how important communication is in this ball game, but especially approaching the final 60 seconds of this ball game, why it's so important, because you have to have those comms for the rotations.
Right, and the comms at this point, too, even with playing with the lead, is going to be, the comms are going to be crucial to staying calm in this moment, too. And I alluded to it earlier, Little Step Bros have a lot of experience over on that side. Not saying that the guys here from Scuzz don't, because there's plenty of experience in their own right, but Little Step Bros, they've hung around here on this bubble scene for quite some time, and it might not matter. Off the kickoff, Saya puts one right in. Eris with the pop-up, Saya with the slam.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate right there, because the kickoffs, like we talked about before in game number 2, have been going in our favor. So to have a reset like that, especially in such a crucial point in the game where we were transitioning towards the offensive end of the field right there, that's just huge for Scuzz Esports. So final under 60 seconds to go, Scuzz up 2-0.
up 2-0, that little bit of comfort. But we need to sign, seal, and deliver and make sure that this one is put away. We'll head back down to defense for the moment. Step Bros have not found too much success on the offensive end. That is still continuing here as they get swatted past the midfield line, though Kree is kept looking to combine, looking for the pinch. Eris cutting it off. We go to the final 30, and the demo is going to throw another wrench into the offense as well. Scuzz turtling in, getting the physicality, and burning more and more time off the clock.
Yeah, the time off the clock is what we need right now. Just kind of push this one into weird positions. You see the bump coming from Alpha Cap as well. Spider can't have the follow-up touch. He's going to find his way through. 10 seconds to go now. Scuzz Esports looking to get this goal right here from Aris, trying to add that one to his highlight reel. Alpha Cap looks like he might have just gave up on this game because he knows the fate of it. All zeros on the clock now. Scuzz Esports keeping this one up. Zaya finally kills this one in the corner. It's Scuzz!